From where we last left off, the Dragon Team had just beat Vegeta, and Vegeta mentions of Frieza, so him, Goku, and Raditz decide to go off to space to fight Frieza. On their way, they was training in 600 times more gravity since the trip was a few months, but now they have finally arrived, ready to face off against Frieza. If you guys enjoyed this video, make sure you leave a like. Let's go for 10 likes to get a part 4 of this What If. After just landing on the planet that Frieza is located, Goku, Raditz, and Vegeta instantly rushes to the highest power level, which is Frieza's. Goku tells them that there are 7 other power levels next to Frieza, but they're not as strong as him, but they are still decently strong people. The people he's referring to is Zarbon and Dodoria, and also the Ginyu Force. But after a few minutes of flying, they finally land where Frieza's power is, and they bust in through his castle. But first, let's go over the power levels of our Saiyan team. Goku, being the strongest, has power level of 6 million. Behind him is Vegeta, has a power level of 4 million. And the weakest of all, Raditz, has a power level of 3 million. Raditz sets his eyes on Captain Ginyu, and almost in an instant, he charges up a double Sunday and kills Captain Ginyu, knowing about his body swap technique. With the main pest out of the room, he tells Goku and Vegeta to focus on Frieza and he'll handle the rest of them. Everyone in the room is shocked to see how much power Raditz has gained just because how he killed Captain Ginyu. The rest of the Ginyu Force try to jump Raditz, but Raditz easily fends them off. Even Zarbon and Doria, they try to jump in, but they easily get fended off as well. Raditz is killing them one by one. So now the fight with Frieza now begins. Vegeta decided he wants to go first after telling Goku, but Goku really wants to fight Frieza because of about hearing how powerful he is, but Vegeta still goes first. He easily defends off Frieza in this first form. Frieza is surprised at Vegeta's power of how much he has grown and how he can sit here and go up against him. But Vegeta cuts his conversation short and decides to knock around Frieza and even slamming him into the ground. Frieza starts to get pissed off and decides to transform into a second form. After finishing transforming to his second form, Frieza instantly tries to impale Vegeta with his horns. Vegeta easily stops his attack and grabs Frieza by the horns, tossing him around. And then is met by a knee to the stomach and an uppercut to the head. Frieza realizes that this form is not good enough, so he decides to transform into his third form. After he finished transforming, Frieza starts to point fingers at Vegeta and starts charging up death beams, releasing a barrage of them. Vegeta easily blocks this and even reflects one back at Frieza. Frieza dodges this, but it cuts off his tail. Frieza realizes that this form is not even good enough, so he decides to transform into his final form. After he finishes transformation, Frieza's power can be felt to Goku and Raditz, and they decide to go to where Vegeta is because he might need their help. But Vegeta tries to rush Frieza, but Frieza easily dodges Vegeta's attacks, even going behind him and karate chopping him in the back of the neck. But Vegeta doesn't go down as easily. Vegeta backs up and decides to come up with a plan. So Vegeta starts to unleash a fury of ki blasts, which Frieza starts to block. Frieza is now surrounded by a cloud of smoke, and Vegeta goes up into the air, starts charging up a full-powered Gallic gun. After he launches the Gallic gun, Frieza sits there looking at it, and then he kicks it back right at Vegeta. The blast hits Vegeta, which heavily injures him. Vegeta starts falling to the ground until someone catches him. It was Raditz. Goku flies up and says he'll take things from here, which Goku starts powering up, charging up to a Kaioken times 10, which raises his power level to 60 million. Which is even with Frieza's current power level. They start their battle. Down below, Raditz gives Vegeta one of the few sensu beans that they have left, and Vegeta recovers. They both look up to see how much power that those two can have. Frieza is honestly surprised of how much power Goku has, and actually weirdly compliments him about it. But he tells Goku that this is only 50% of his strength. Then in the next second, Frieza is behind him and slams Goku to the ground, showing a little bit more of his power. Then he charges a small death ball and launches it at Goku. Goku decides to power up to Kaioken times 20 and push back the death ball. But then Frieza slows up instantly on the side of Goku, trying to punch him, but then Goku blocks it. Then he kicks Frieza to the side and then rushes Frieza. He starts giving unrelenting fury of blows, and then he knocks Frieza up in the air, charging a full Kaioken times 20 Kamehameha. It hits Frieza, but Frieza instantly blocks it and Goku is now on the ground, tired out because he can't withstand the Kaioken times 20 for too long. But now Frieza, who's looking down at Goku, seeing how tired he is, charges up a death beam and fires it at Goku. Goku is about to get hit by it until someone pushes him out the way. It was Raditz, taking the death beam through the chest, instantly killing him. Goku is now in disbelief, seeing that his brother just died right before his eyes. Frieza starts making fun of Raditz, saying that he really was a runt. Goku curses at Frieza, telling him to shut up and not to mock his brother. Goku starts to get angry, so much that his body starts to buff up, his aura turning gold, his hair spiking up, his eye turning into a teal blue, until finally he snapped, his hair changing into a blonde color, and he's screaming out in pain and agony. Goku has finally become a Super Saiyan. Frieza looks down, shocked in disbelief that Goku was the Super Saiyan. Vegeta on the sideline looks down in the crater and sees Goku's transformation. At first it was a shocked expression, but then it turned into anger, saying that he should have been the first Super Saiyan. Goku tells Vegeta to take Raditz's body and get on the ship and set a course for Earth because it won't take long for him to kill Frieza. Vegeta tells Goku to not give him orders, but then Goku gives him a menacing glare which scares Vegeta, and he grabs Raditz's body and starts flying to the ship. Frieza starts to charge up a death beam pointing at Vegeta, but then Goku realizes and goes in front of him and blocks the blow. Then Goku instantly charges up and rushes Frieza, telling him that he'll pay and he'll avenge his brother. Goku easily demolishes Frieza in his current state, and once Frieza is knocked back, he curses at Goku for being the Super Saiyan. Then he charges up a death ball and throws it at the planet, destroying the core, which gives him only 5 minutes to beat Frieza and to escape off this planet. Goku telepathically tells Vegeta what's going on and how Frieza destroyed the core of the planet and tells him to launch the ship for Earth. He says that he'll take another pod that's around here after he kills Frieza. After he tells him that, Goku tells Frieza to charge up to his 100% because he wants to beat him at his full power. So Frieza charges up to 100%, and the fight pretty much go how it did in the original story on Planet Namek, but it's way easier for Goku because he's way more powerful. Until we got to the point where Goku tells Frieza that Frieza's getting weaker by the second and Goku flies off. Frieza gets angry by this and charges up a full power ki blast, launching it at Goku. Goku turns around and launches an angry Kamehameha at Frieza, which ends up killing him. Before the planet explodes, Goku founds one of the Ginyu's spaceships and flies off to planet Yardrat. The Yardrats decide to take Goku in like they did in the original story. Meanwhile, a few months later, the spaceship finally lands on Earth, but only one person comes out, and it's Vegeta. Everyone asks where is Goku and Raditz, and Vegeta tells them that Raditz has died in the fight against Frieza, and Goku should have been here with them in this another space pod, but it looks like the space pod took him somewhere else that he doesn't know about. Everyone is shocked to hear the news, but they all decided first things first is to gather the Dragon Balls and resurrect Raditz. After Raditz is resurrected, he wonders where he's at, and then he realizes he's on Earth. But then he asks Vegeta what happened against the battle against Frieza. Vegeta tells Raditz that Goku turned into a Super Saiyan and he beat Frieza. The only thing that Raditz could do was give off a light little smile. Meanwhile, in deep space, we find ourselves in the ship. There's a tall man in this throne, sipping on a glass of wine. He looks like Frieza. It's King Cold, and he is wondering what happened to his son, Frieza. Which we will leave off this part of this What If. If you guys have enjoyed this What If, make sure to leave a like on it. Remember, our like goal is 10 likes for another part of What If Goku Learned Kaioken early. So I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll talk to you guys in the next What If.